Justin wasn't even trying with that transition.
I wasn't paying attention to it.
Was not even trying.
Just pretend like you didn't hear the beginning of another song.
Yeah.
Just pretend.
There you go. We got Keyforge.
Keyforge.
Tonight.
2 awesome matches.
Yeah.
These should be pretty fun. Like all these decks that are happening tonight. And it's 2 cross-set matches. I think it's all 3 sets. Yes, it is all 3 sets, right?
Jamie works in chat. It just doesn't work on stream, so.
Yeah, because I already loaded Stream Element or Streamlabs after I added or before I added it. So
yeah. So
tomorrow, look for jammies.
Yep.
Which will have it.
Jammy wearing.
Everyone else, they were watching the VOD. The reason I don't know why Player Herb keeps saying jammies in chat. It's weird. No one knows why. Okay. Yes, we have all 3 sets tonight. So this is Worlds Collide versus AOA.
3? 4.
All 4 sets. The Worlds Collide versus AOA, and then the next match is Coda versus Asputation. That should be pretty cool.
Yeah. Definitive proof of which set is better.
Yeah, these decks are really fun. Zelda, of course, I'm happy to get more time with because the deck's just been banger after banger.
All right, I'll get the bet started. It does look like they've actually rolled out the channel points to all of the channels. Yeah. But since we'll have to keep the amber separate from the actual channel points since there is a tangible real world value to the channel points.
Does channel points betting work the same as
I believe it works
betting?
exactly the same.
Okay.
It works exactly the same. However, somebody's going to end up with
just
300,000 channel points, and then will cause a... Well, I'm glad we instituted the rule of 6, but we would have to you create a poll and leave it on X on it. What?
That's how it works. Yes. That's how betting works. He's saying, that's how betting works.
I thought it was like a separate thing though, because it redistributes all of the points.
Does. Yeah.
So it looks like it functions like a poll inside the system.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. You pick X or Y. There's only 2. From what I know, there's only 2 possible answers.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. At least I have never seen a stream try to operate with more than 2. So it's usually like, will I win or will I lose, or will I meet certain criteria or will I not? I think it's only 2. Now the nice thing is that it does show which choice you picked in the chat, and so it creates a hilarious believers versus doubters. Typically, because the stream is usually betting on whether or not the streamer will win their particular game or not. And so you've got mod check doubters whenever the streamer is winning. So it's good stuff. And then you've got believers lol W whenever the streamer is losing. So I've simulated a betting stream for you.
We originated the betting stream.
Hey, we did
this 2 years ago.
Yeah. We implemented betting early, right?
You picked up my second die. So.
Well, I rolled a 3.
I rolled a 3 as well.
Okay, this happens forever.
3.
This happens forever.
A 4,
okay.
A 6. Okay. All right, so back to Toki.
Oh, this is not a bad hand, but yeah. This hand's
also workable.
I think I keep it.
All right, I'll say Mars, and I'm just gonna play this Mother Gun.
All right, I am gonna say Logos. I'm gonna play Eddie, and I'll archive, and I will Thorium Plasmate nothing, and it is your turn. I will draw 3.
I'll say Dis. I will call the week. The Eddie. I will play a Dust Imp. I'll play Yerk and discard Proliferator. Your turn.
Alright, I am going to say Shadows. I am going to Hawk the Mother Gun.
No.
I am going to Kymor Eclipse. And I am going to play Yancey Gang. It's your turn. I will draw 3.
Yeah, Zelda's pretty high functioning.
Yeah, there's just a lot of really cool interactions in the deck. This is the pleasant crossover of fun deck and actually pretty good.
Yeah.
From what we've seen so far, it's possible that the decks or the matches that it was played in were just good matchups. You always have to consider that in Keyforge. So
I'll say Shadows. I will play Gamgee. I'll play Dusk Chronicles and draw a card. And I'll play Dusk Chronicles and do nothing, as it puts me at 3.
I wish that card was slightly differently worded, right? Right. So I am going to say Star Alliance. I'm going to play Science Officer Morpheus. I'm going to play Operations Officer Ishii. I am going to play First Officer Frayne, who gets to capture, then capture again. So Frayne will capture, and then on the second trigger, I'll capture on Yushi, since Yushi's got a body that is a little bit more difficult to remove. And then I'm going to zap for 2 damage to Gamgee. And it is your turn. I will draw 4.
Say Mars. I will play Sky Booster Squadron. I'll play Exterminate to kill the Science Officer.
Okay, naming scientists or
no, it's Exterminate.
Oh, okay, sorry, not
Extermination or Extinction.
Extinction, yeah.
I will play a ray gun. I will Mars first. Do ready and reap with Sky Booster. Do 1 damage to the gang. Turn to my hand. Play. And I'll play. Or do I play? Actually, I'm just gonna discard the squadron there. Your turn.
Okay. If I had any number of Star Alliance, I would just take a Star Alliance turn here. But I don't. So I am going to say Logos. I have like 1 Shadows card. Let's say Shadows. I'm gonna play Hologramophone. I will play Titan Guardian. I am gonna play Babbling Bibliophile. I will play Igor. I don't get to live the dream. Morpheus is dead. So I'll look at the top 3. Oh, dang. Okay. Well, that goes there. I will discard Ishii and Positron Bolt. It's tempting to keep the Positron Bolt, so I will Information Officer. Or, sorry, Information Exchange. Not Information Officer Gray, just Information Exchange. Okay. And it is your turn. I will say check with 6, and I will draw 4.
I will say Dis.
It should still do something, even if you just play it, right? It should.
I'll play Library, play Caller, and then I'll unlock Gateway.
Okay.
Your turn.
Keep my drawing to a minimum. I will forge. I will say Shadows. I'll discard. This deck has Brend, right?
It does.
I will play Hugger Mugger, who's going to capture 1. I'll play a Venda, and I'll play an Umbra. And your turn. I will draw 3.
I'll say Shadows. I will play Brand. Play Furtive Investors to get 2. More. Oh, you have to have more ammo to trigger. Okay. I will play Throwing Stars. I'll do 1, 1, and 1. I'll play Throwing Stars. I'll do 1, 1, and 1. And gain 1. And your turn.
Okay, I am going to say Shadows. I am going to play Keyforgery. I am going to Oubliette the Brand. I was on the verge of discarding it, but he's purged. And I was like, wait a second. I am going to Reap with Hugger Mugger. I'm going to Reap with a Vinda and do a damage to the Hugger Mugger. So you'll get that back, and I'll discard a card. And then here comes Ronnie. Oh, yes.
Jeez.
Yes.
That's pretty rough.
And Ronnie was thinking to himself, why don't people like Worlds Collide Shadows as much? Ronnie can't figure it out.
Alright, I'll just swindle. Your turn.
I am going to say Shadows. I'll pick up my archives. Too much to protect.
I don't know that I remember that deck had that.
We'll just keep swapping this amber back and forth. I'll Reap with Ronnie, and I'll Reap with a Vinda, and I have to do a damage to a creature, so a Vinda will shoot Ronnie. I will say check with 8. Go ahead. I don't know. There's an argument that I try to let key forgery hit there, because if it stops the key and I've got the too much to protect in the hole, then Justin doesn't forge, and any amber Justin generates on the next turn is hit by the too much to protect.
So I have to call a house, and if it is the house, then I do forge?
Yeah, so you name a house. I reveal a random card from my hand. And if that card is not of the named house, destroy key forgery and do not forge that key.
Okay, I'll say Star Alliance.
Okay. It is Logos.
It is not of the named house.
Okay, so if the card is not of the named house, so it stops,
okay,
and key forgery explodes.
Okay.
So I would have hit there with the too much to protect. Any amber Justin generated this turn would have been more brutal. But yeah, I like being 2 keys ahead there.
I'll play Exhume. I'll say Dis. I'll get this Proliferator. I will Poltergeist the Hologramophone. It's a word Proliferator. I'll play Dust Imp. I'll use the Library of the Danged, and go ahead.
Alright, I will forge.
I think Oubliette is the secret, not so secret key to victory in this matchup.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's pretty.
Yeah, key forgery is very confusingly worded.
I am going to play Igor. It's like a triple negative. Alright, so gonna play Igor. Look at the top 3. I'll put this in my hand. I'll discard Commander Chan and a Vinda. I will play a Hapsis. I am going to play Tal Vapors. To archive 1. That I'll Thorium Plasmate the Dust Imp. And that is my turn. I will draw these 2. Go ahead.
I'll save Mars and pick up the archive. Forge.
Yep.
I will say play Carbon Flotsam. I will play a Mindworm, play Resonator, play a Shockworm, play a Sky Booster Squadron.
The deck does not have Hypnotic Command.
Reap with Proliferator. Archive. Archive a Mars first. I will play Mars first. Ready and Reap with Proliferator. And I will archive. Well, we'll get Exterminate. Your turn.
Okay. I am going to say Star Alliance. I am going to play a Nurse Soda. I'll deploy to right there. I am going to play a Science Officer Morpheus. I am going to Xeno Training. Avenda, Apsis, and Nurse Soda, I guess. Yes. I'll put a Light of the Archons on Hapsis. I'll put a Frane's Blaster on Hapsis. And I'll put a Quadricorder on Hapsis.
Okay.
And it's your turn. I'll say check. I don't say check because of the Resonator, but I will shuffle and draw 6. So, when you killed all of my creatures, I Igored and got Frane's Blaster. And if you had not killed Frane at that time with Yushi, she would have captured 2, and then Frane's Blaster would have given me 3 amber that was captured. So
Voltroned up, yeah.
I think Voltron may be wrong here, but I don't know. It's cool. It's my favorite way to play.
It is pretty cool. All right, I'll say Shadows. I will play Arani and steal 1. Play Lethal Distraction. It doesn't matter. I'll Lights Out. Definitely the Hapsis. And this Science Officer. Is it?
Okay, you're at 7. I am going to say Logos. I'm going to play Tau Tau Vapors. Archive a card. I am feel like barely hanging in there on the Morpheuses. I'll play Eddie.
Jeez.
There have been so many turns where I played the Morpheus and I'm just like,
let me do it.
All right, Eddie is going to archive a card. I am going to Thorium Plasmate the Nizic Resonator. I am going to Thorium Plasmate the Proliferator, just right smack in the middle.
Right there?
Right there. I'm going to play Hapsis. And then Igor, I think, just Reaps. Let's meet 8. And is your turn. I'll say check with 8. And I will draw.
Forge.
You will not, because Eddie is make your keys cost 9.
I'll say Dis. Will play Yerk. Third Mother Gun. I'll play Not Finished With You. I'll play Soul Keeper on Dust Imp. I'll fight I'll fight a...
Yeah, it was an insane Vapors. Vapors drew both Thorium Plasmates.
Oh geez.
I was like,
that's stupid.
I wanted to hit like an Igor, right? Because I could start like the Igor chain there if I like Tau Tau into an Igor and then keep going.
I'll fight Ronnie, then kill the Hapsis.
Okay.
Get 2. I'll use the library and play Tourette.
Okay.
Your turn.
Alright, you're at how much there?
Let's see. About 11.
11, huh? I am going to say Shadows, and I'll put my Archives into my hand. I am going to TMTP for a lot.
Yep.
I am going to play some here Vendas. Then I am going to Reap with a Venda, who's going to get stunned. And I'll shoot the Mind Worm.
Okay.
Oh, that didn't even do it. Okay, I'll draw.
That's it.
You forge, but
yeah. Dang.
That's that AOA. I'm sorry, that Worlds Collide logos fueling shadows. It's like a smaller impersonation of Light Tester there, right?
Yeah, it does.
The Eddie
with Eddie and driving it up for the too much protect. Yeah.
Keyforge too, right?
Okay, let's try this again.
I am not optimistic for two.
Yeah, it has to.
I think some stuff's gotta go.
It's got, yeah, some things have to happen. It's got a lot working against it in this matchup.
It's got like board wipes, but I don't know if it has enough.
What's up, Storm? Yeah.
Oh, Storm.
I had the gateway early, and I held it the first time I called Dis. For like, and I ended up playing it at a good time. Like, it was a good idea to hold it instead of just playing it. But it needs multiples. It needs to probably hit with the Flotsam
too. Yeah, Flotsam does a lot of work. So
and Toki should probably just discard Brand and then try to do the Exhume kill it play.
Or kill it immediately with the Lethal Distraction and Throwing Stars.
Yeah.
I think that would work. Perhaps if you use the Oubliette earlier. There's enough archiving. You can like choose to archive the really key cards, right? You can Tau Vapors and tuck the Oubliette into the archives and just get it when you need it.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So,
like, you don't necessarily need to waste it on a Proliferator, but I could see using it on a Proliferator.
it's not bad. I mean, with double Mars first,
Yeah.
you don't really want the Mars player to be able to like archive 2 cards, or to, because you don't want a situation where the Mars player can just say Mars like and Reap 5 times turn, because one Mars first can use the Proliferator to archive the other one, so you just get like a huge amber chain, and you can like always make sure that you've got like your Red Planet Ray Gun or something. I could see the Mars being the deciding factor, right? A situation where the removal from Zelda,
And maybe I should have just called Mars after I took that one turn.
you had the huge Mars stable,
Yeah.
instead of Shadows, because you went into Shadows. I felt like
I got rid of the Hapsis was the thing, and I couldn't get rid of the Hapsis in Mars.
Yeah, because it was going to be a problem.
Yeah.
With the quadruple.
And if it worded itself, then I had no answer all of a sudden. So
yeah,
that's why I felt like I had to take Mars there.
Yeah, I was hoping I would put like enough pressure to get you out of Mars, because there was a lot of Martians on the table.
Yeah.
I think I'm talking specifically in this matchup, right? I don't think Toki's Shadows is going to take over the game. I don't necessarily think Toki's Disc is going to take over the game. I'm thinking the Martians in this deck are how it's going to win. Because the Martians have enough utility between them with like the Mind Worm and other stuff, right? So okay, I'm going first. Library of the Danged is a good first turn, and I will draw one. Go ahead.
I'll say logos, so I'll play Vapors.
Vapors.
I will have a card. And I'm done.
What a weird turn. First start. Well, number one, that was a weird turn, right? So I have to, like... Did you mulligan? He's up to something.
I'm up to something.
He's cooking something.
Maybe it was a bad Keyforge player.
Okay, I am going to say this. I'm going to play Not Finished with you. Right, exactly.
This is game 2, yep.
I'm going to play Dust Imp. I'm going to use Library of the Danged and archive a card. And it is your turn. I will draw.
Alright, I'll say Starlance. Play Morpheus. I will play a Frame. I capture 1. I wanted to capture 2. Because I have this Frames Blaster.
Yeah.
So I can take this.
Makes some sense.
I'll put a Light of the Archons on. Let's see. Is there a benefit to doing this versus Frame? 3 power, 2 armor. I think Exterminate still kills it with a Sky Booster Squadron. It doesn't get around Call of the Week. So I'll just beef up the Frame. And then I'll play Xenu Training. For nothing. Your turn.
This makes sense.
Yeah. Because if you generate more amber, then I could have stolen a lot.
Yeah. That makes sense.
But I couldn't really hold that turn much longer.
Okay. I am going to say Shadows. Yeah, you can't hold a 5 card. I mean, you probably drew into some amount of this, but after your first turn, with
I had 4 in the first
yeah,
hand. Yeah,
and the Tao probably if the Tao drew you into Star Alliance. Yeah. Okay. This all checks out. Okay, I am gonna play Ronnie and steal 1. I am going to play Furtive Investors. And get nothing. I'm going to lights out both of those. The Frames Blaster's gone. If that deck had a walls,
yeah,
chef's kiss.
God, it would be done.
And then I am going to Dusk Chronicles. And I will archive 1. And it is your turn. I will draw.
Okay. I guess I'll say Starlance again. I'll play a Morpheus. I'll play a Morpheus. I'll play a Frame. I captured 3. I'll spread it out.
Okay.
I will put a Quadricorder on. I'll just put it on your Ronnie.
Yep.
Your turn.
All right, I am going to say this. I'm going to use the library, and I am going to archive a card. I am going to Cull the Weak and take out a Morpheus. I am going to Soul Keeper the Dust Imp, who is going to attack your Frame, explode, and so kill the Frame. I don't think I want to generate too much more amber than that. And then I will collar the Morpheus. It is your turn. I'll say check with 7, and I will draw.
Alright, I'll say Shadows. I'll play Umbra, Avinda. I will too much to protect. And I'll oubliette the Morpheus.
Okay.
Oubliette.
This one's mine. That one's yours. And going forever.
Oh, I'll pick up the archive too. I'm gonna hawk that that library.
Okay. Well, not great, Bob.
Your turn. So you don't forge because of the quadricorder.
Yep. I guess I say shadows. I'm gonna discard this Gamgee, and then Ronnie is gonna fight Umbra. And it is your turn. I'll say check with 6.
I'll say I got the forge.
Yeah, Zelda 1, it was 2 keys to 3, but the final key was kind of a crushing.
I'll say the Logos.
Zelda basically conceded the second key just to close out the game.
Play Eddie, archive card, and your turn.
Okay, I will put my archives into my hands, and I will say Mars. I'm gonna flox them. I am going to play a Sky Booster Squadron. I'm going to discard, exterminate. I will Mars first to ready and reap with the Sky Booster. It'll come back to my hand. I'll play the Sky Booster, and I will put a red plant ray gun onto the Sky Booster. I was looking for literally any other Martian creature other than Sky Booster. I will say check with 10, and it is your turn.
Say Logos. I will play Hapsis. Play Igor. Look at the top 3. What? Okay. For these 2 Logos cards. I'll play Information Exchange.
Yep.
Titan Guardian. Obviously should have fought Titan Guardian in first. But, alas, I think it just reaps.
Yeah, I was gonna say, now you're like incentivized to not do that.
Exactly.
Because you've seen the cards. Like in an independent trial, the order there doesn't really matter, right. I don't think. But when you draw 3 Logos cards,
then you're like, well, odds went way down of this being good.
All right, so I will forge. I am going to say shadows. I'm going to swindle. I think that's about as good as I'm going to get. I hate swindling when there are 3 creatures of the same house on the table. But immediately threatening is pretty good.
Yeah.
And I will draw.
All right, I'll say shadows. I will play Ronnie. I will Kymor Eclipse. I'll play Avinda.
Zelda, because it's called Zelda.
Doringston Exorcist.
If the name Doringston was something else, I think that name would be really badass.
Yeah.
It's not bad right now, right? And if it wins the tournament, we will always refer to this tournament as the Legend of Zelda. But it's gonna win. Otherwise, nobody gets to make that joke.
All right, your turn.
Your prediction is called Legend of Zelda? Maybe I saw that there. Impossible to say. Okay. Gonna say Shadows, gonna Dusk Chronicles, Archive that, I guess. I'll play Brand and give you one. Then I'll Throwing Stars to do a damage to Hapsis and Avinda. And there's nothing that does 2 damage in here, so I'll leave my Brand out. Okay. Say check with 6. I will draw.
I'll say Shadows. Play a Ronnie. Play a Hugger Mugger. Reap with a Vinda. Do a damage to. I'll shoot the armor on. Your turn.
Okay. I am going to say Shadows. Brand is going to fight Ronnie. I am going to Lethal Distraction Brand. Then I am going to Throwing Stars and shoot Brand. I'll shoot a Vinda. Shoot a Hugger Mugger. And so I gain 1, right? When the creature takes damage, it takes an additional 2. Does that work?
Yeah,
I believe
it does.
so. Yeah.
It does.
Okay, so I'll gain 1 for the Throwing Stars, killing Brent. So I will say check with 9, and it is your turn. I will 2.
I'll say Logos. No, I'll play. Jeez, I'm gonna get ended out of the game. I'll say Starlance.
I felt like the Swindle was going to be fine there.
You have to. Yeah, I'll say Starlance. Play. She, Chan, Zap. Actually, that damage. So I'll just do it with the armors.
Okay.
And your turn.
Okay. Gonna say this. Gonna play Yerk. Discard the Sky Booster. I Forge.
Yep.
I'm gonna Exhume the Brand. I am gonna Poltergeist nothing, and then we're gonna unlock Gateway.
Draw 2.
And steal 3. And that'll return. Draw 5.
Okay.
This was like the ideal draw. Well, I'd say that it was the matchup draw. I want to see the Oubliette, right? That way Brand is safe. I want to see the Too Much to Protect, so that way when I do stupid stuff, I am less likely to be punished for it.
I guess I have to say.
When I generate a lot of amber, I'm less likely to be punished for it.
I have to say Logos here.
All your value bet profit.
Play Agor. That's not what I want.
You have to like chain and
yeah, I have to get
Eddie.
Certain things. I have to get Eddie and Information Exchange, I think. And I'm discarding a bunch of important cards. Yeah, I did not get it. Okay. That's it.
You did go through 8 cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like I feel like that was a purely mashup dependent thing.
Okay.
Or ordering, I should say.
Yeah. I mean, I should have held on to stuff longer, but I don't know.
It's tough to say.
It is tough.
It is.
I had no way to pocket it.
Yeah. When you archived a card at the beginning, I was like, that's Oubliette.
Unfortunately, it was Hawk.
I felt like you weren't able to put enough pressure early, right? In the game we played, I was like just filling the board with creatures, and it was like demanding an answer every other turn.
Yeah.
And yours, you were getting like 2 or 3 out, but it wasn't enough to keep the pressure up. I think it may have had to do with the early Morpheuses, right? Like
because I didn't get them when I needed them. I suppose they just sort of were all together.
They were answered immediately, right? You basically had to take the same turn 2 times in a row, and
the lights out was pretty bad.
That always sucks. Lights out. This is where for like fight night it would be interesting to go list what people think are the key cards in a matchup, right? Like lights out is particularly good against this deck because of the capturing, and the potential to slow the draw down, because of the attachments more than anything. There's a lot of creatures that you don't want to bounce, but fortunately Lights Out doesn't bounce everybody. You get to pick.
All right. 7.
5. I think that deck went first each game. I don't know if it matters in this matchup.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like Worlds Collide decks pretty happy going second a lot of times, right?
Definitely, because they want to just jam stuff on the table.
Starian decks love going second.
I'm like this, yeah. The Logos especially in there loves going second, right?
Yeah. And
the Star Alliance, really.
Does that mean if you play 3 of the Shadows creatures in this deck, I think you're happy, right?
Yeah,
like,
they're all Vindas.
The Vindas will get a lot of value. The Vindas get incremental value. Like I really like the design of the Vindas. I think that's the kind of thing. It's not too much text. It doesn't work all the time, but it like synergizes with like Bad Penny in the house. So,
okay. Anyway,
I think Worlds Collide is typically happier going first, and typically, right? It's broadly speaking, not specific decks. I think like Fangtooth decks would love going first and just slapping down a Fangtooth.
It doesn't.
All right, I am going to say Shadows. We're going to play Kaimor. I'll play Jay Venda, I'll play Yancey Gang, and I will Hawk. It's not terribly important that I get value from Hawk. It's like good, but I think the deck is fast enough that maybe I can get through it.
Funny enough, Light Tasker likes going first. Venus Ignishop likes going first. I think decks that want to see certain cards.
Decks that have potent artifacts in houses you're going to call a bunch of times. I think you like going first, right? If you've got double Library of the Damned, I think you like going first because you get a pretty good chance of having one in your hand. And you can go first, play the library. When you go second, you get to use the library. And yeah, so
I'll say Mars. I will play Sky Booster, Proliferator. I'll Mars first. Do Reap with Proliferator. Doesn't matter. Your turn.
All right, I am going to say Logos. I am going to play the Titan Guardian. I'm going to play the Babbling Bibliophile. I'm going to play Igor. Discard Ishii, discard Hugger Mugger. And then I'll Information Exchange. I could get more value from the Information Exchange. Once again, I think I just keep blazing through the deck. All 3. Go ahead.
Say Shadows. I will Lethal Distraction Jay Vinda.
Oh no.
I will play a Throwing Stars, so I'll do 1/1 and do 1 to the gang. Actually, I'll do 1 to Igor.
Okay.
So I'll get 2 for that.
Yep.
And then I'll play Furtive Investors. Your turn.
I am going to say Star Alliance. I'm going to play a Frayne. Capture one. I'm going to play a Commander Chan. I'm going to put Light of the Archons on Frayne to make her that much more difficult to kill. And then I am going to zap the Proliferator to death. And it is your turn. I will draw 4.
Alright, I'll say Dis. I'm going to collar the Guardian. I will play a Yerk. Discard a ray gun. Play Call the Weak.
On Igor.
And Igor. And then I'll unlock Gateway. Which the Guardian's ability doesn't really matter, but...
Yeah. You draw 2, and then...
Yeah. Your turn.
Okay, I am going to say Logos. I'm going to play Telltale Vapors to draw 2. Archive 1. Play Eddie, Archive. Then I will Thorium Plasmate. And it is your turn. I will draw 3.
I'll say Mars and just play a Flotsam.
To murder Eddie?
Yeah.
To murder my boy Eddie. Okay, I will say Shadows. I am going to play Keyforgery. I will play an Umbra and an Avenda. And turn, I will draw 3.
So name a house. And if it's not the named house, I don't forge.
Correct.
If I hit, then I do forge.
Yes.
Okay.
You're trying to get the house that you think the most of is in
Yeah.
my hand.
I'll say Star Alliance. Dang it. Okay.
I wish you hadn't actually seen that.
I mean, I knew you had it.
I wish you hadn't actually seen it.
Yeah.
Because then my maniacal laughter would leave you wondering.
Well.
I held it 1 because if I just take a Shadow's turn, you are likely to say not Shadow's turn, right? Not Shadows, and that gives you gives me a chance to, or yeah, gives me a chance for you to hit it.
I'll say Shadows. Play Brand. I'll play Gamgee. I'll discard Dust Chronicles. Done.
Okay, so I will Forge. I am going to Oubliette the Brand. I am going to TMTP. I am going to have Umbra fight Gamgee, steal 1.
Oh, Keyforge already destroys.
Oh, yeah. Actually destroyed. Imagine if it just sat on the table.
Yeah.
What a toxic card. And then does Avenda reap or does Avenda just kill the Gamgee? I think Avenda just reaps. I'll do a damage to Gamgee. There's your argument to fight, but you're not forging right now, so we've got the same amount of amber. I'll draw 2.
I'll say Dis. I'll play Dust Imp. Play Brett. Play Not Finished With You. I am finished. And I'll Exhume. I'll get Proliferate. Your turn. Back with 7.
going to say Logos, going to play Hapsis, going to play Hologramophone. I am going to Thorium Plasmate Charette to here. And then I am going to Positron Bolt Air.
Okay.
Charette won't die. Charette will be a 3.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And it is your turn. I will draw 4.
Forge.
I didn't have a clean way. Honestly, I think Logos's damage should all be positional based. I think that would be cool. Because I like the interaction of like Positron. I think less Twin Bolt emission, more Positron Bolt, more Thorium Plasmate would be a cool way for Logos. If you're just going to give Logos everything, including damage to creatures, I think you should make it positionally based.
I'll say Mars. I'll play a Mother Gun. I'll play a Resonator. I will discard this Exterminate. Get anything. Mars first to fight the Umbra. And I'm done.
Okay, I am going to say Logos. I am going to play Igor. I am going to have Hapsis fight Charette. Debating whether I should ward first. I think honestly it's probably better for me to... Oh, not Charette. The Resonate. The Charette. I'll just get the Charette. I think I'm happy with forging for 8 here. And then I shuffle and draw. I think I accept 8. If you'll give it to me. And then I want a hologram phone. Even maybe I hit something off the axis here. Right. Quantum Finger Trap. What's its face? The other card that said a creature is a flank creature. Spectral Tunneler. I think there should be more position matters cards in the game because of just the way the battle line works. Okay, and then draw off Hapsis. Thorium Plasmate. I'll play it. Target the Resonator. Okay, go ahead. Check with 9. And I'll draw anything. Yeah, exactly. Like I think NARP. People don't want to hear this. Okay. Hannibal Burris, why are you booing me? I'm right. NARP is good design, right? NARP is the biggest creature in the set that can that actually does 8 damage in a fight, right? Yeah, exactly. Player Herb's right there with me. And it makes you think about where you put your creatures. NARP can still reap, right? But yeah, I think NARP is perfectly fine design.
All right, I'll say Shadows.
He's best on a flank. You don't want NARP in the middle of your battle line.
I'll play Ronnie.
Yikes.
I will play...
Forgot about Ronnie. How could I forget about Ronnie?
Dusk Chronicles. And draw a card. I will Throwing Stars. Do 1/1 and 1. And I am...
Are you ready for this combo?
I guess so.
I am going to say Starlines. I'm going to play Science Officer Morpheus. And then I'm going to play Nurse Soto and heal Hapsis to full!
Amazing.
And then I'm going to play an Operations Officer Ishii. And another Morpheus. And then we're going to put a Frane's Blaster onto a Venda. A Venda has literally been alive for 100 years. So I think a Venda actually has a decent chance of using the Blaster. Alright. Your turn. I will draw 5.
Well, I'll say this. I'll play a library. I'll poltergeist the hologramophone.
No.
And ward the resonator. Your turn.
Actually, the Blaster on a Venda makes sense, right? Yeah. Alright. Gonna say Shadows.
Problem is, Toki's just so much slower than that deck.
Gonna say Shadows.
My hand got gunked up somewhere along the way.
Yeah. It's the Shadows. It's the Shadows Dis Mars clunk. That's like, it's all pieces that work with other things, but when you have them at the same time, you just don't do anything.
Yeah.
All right, so we are going to reap with a Venda, who is going to do 1 to ping the resonator, and the 2 to shoot the resonator. I am going to oubliette the dust dump. I am going to hawk the Library of the Danged. And then I am going to Ronnie twice.
It's 3 times.
Oh, it's 3 times. Oh, yeah. So I could have actually have shot the dust imp and then Ronnied for a bajillion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And just have taken all that ammo. All right. And it is your turn. I will draw 3. A triple Ronnie.
I'll say Mars. I'll Mother Gun to kill a science officer.
What am I on to not say Starlights there? I'm glad you asked, Player Herp.
Play these cards.
Play these cards. I'm not even going to name because I believe the game is over.
Yep.
I will draw. Yeah, we'll go with Lewis. Igor is going to reap. I am going to, I guess get stunned. Hapsis is going to fight this Shockworm. Play a Titan Guardian. I will Positron Bolt the Mindworm. Then I'll Information Exchange to steal one. Say check with 11.
Okay, I'll swindle, and then you win. Don't forget to ward the Haps.
One of these 2 people. Oh yeah. Game loss.
Can you figure out which one of these players is having fun?
Based off their demeanor.
Well, alright. Goodbye, Toki.
Invincibly powerful.
Venus Sigma Shops time, yep.
Venus. You can't play the speed sigil, right?
Probably not. Definitely not.
I don't think you can play the speed sigil versus Venus.
I'm gonna go pee all my bad Keyforge playing away.
bet going. The next game. I am on Regital Zedjakar. Yeah, the bathroom mulligan. Yeah, I got to triple Ronnie that game. So I think the correct play there was Reap, use Aven to pop the word, use the 2 to kill the Dust Imp, purge the Nizik Resonator. I was worried about Exhume on Ronnie. That's what I was trying to play around. I generated so much amber that it didn't matter. But Zelda win, put you first in standing.
Nice.
Ah.
It was so awkward that turn that you just dropped Eddie, because if I played anything else, I was going up too high for, like, if I played any of the other cards in my hand. So I played the one Flotsam, and I was at like 6, right?
Yeah.
So if I played Dis, I couldn't kill the Eddie. I could go to 8 amber,
And then,
which makes me not. I would be forging for 8, but
not something you want to
I don't want to do that because I probably just playing too much protect there. So maybe I should have just played this and like discarded a bunch of cards, but like that feels bad too, because I really need to hit more off the Flotsam Spike.
Yeah. Because in the game Toki won, I got like full value from unlock.
Brand
full
stole
value.
6 amber.
Yeah. Swindle stole 3.
Yeah.
Right. So
it was a lot of stealing.
I didn't have five,
when the board.
I didn't have 5
was
creatures
just
in the
Eddie.
tank. It was just Eddie.
Yeah.
Eddie was stopping.
Yeah. Or maybe just go to 8 there. I don't know. It was just so awkward. Because it just takes Toki so long to get back to its cards. It does not get through the deck one time. That's the problem with it. That's why I guess like those efficient logos decks will always beat it long term.
Yeah. That's why. It's probably why when you took it Gen Con last year. Well,
yeah.
I guess when we say Gen Con, we're talking about the previous year. It didn't happen this year. Maybe it'll happen this year. Maybe.
Strong maybe.
But it's probably why in the Archon tournament you probably won some games and you lost some games.
Mm-hmm.
So, is Zelda zoomies? Is there a break point that you consider things above it zoomies? Is there like a raw efficiency? Who won that roll?
You did.
Okay.
This is a mulligan.
This hand is a mulligan, honestly, because I'm going first, and because I drew a card that made the hand worse. So. So you're saying efficiency of a 12 in a single house, which is why so many Worlds Collide Logos decks qualify as zoomies. And not necessarily SAS efficiency, but something like Igor. What do you count Igor as? Is Igor 3? Igor's 2. What's Taotao's? Taotao 2? Papers is 3 because of the archive.
Okay.
Okay, going first.
Yep.
Silvertooth.
Okay.
I'll reap.
Let me read this deck list. I don't remember this deck at all. Okay. Kind of remember now. It's just solid Coda stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Time Traveler.
Pile Skulls.
Yep.
Routine Jobs.
Fun Brobnar stuff.
Yeah. Alright, I'll say this. I'll play Essence Scale. And 2 Hystercogs. Eddie gets a treat. I'll get that after Nathan's turn.
Dang. I am gonna take a not great turn. I'll routine job for 1. I will reap with the Silvertooth, and then I'll play Booby Trap. Not quite enough to actually do anything. And it's your turn. I'll draw 2.
Eddie. You want a treat? You want a treat? As a Code Red treat?
Morph could push it into the zoomies. So it's like conditionally. There's games where it will behave like a zoomies. Well, there's also games. I think the thing with the Zelda is that it's presenting multiple fronts. It can just beat you with the creatures on the table, right? This just puts out some dumb creatures and you just kind of use them, right? Ah, another treat.
Another treat. Boom. Good beef. Charlie Brown treats. Good beef. Good job. What a good boy. Okay, I'll say this. I will play Essence Scale, do a damage to Silvertooth. I'll play a Snorret. I will reap twice. Your turn.
I am starting to capture that. Going to say Brobnar. I'm going to play Bumpsy and a War Drummer, and then a Bumpsy, and then I'll discard War Song and I'll punch Snorret. And it is your turn. I will draw.
There. I'll say Logos. I will Effervescent.
Okay.
I'll play Oddclad. Play Kyo. Go ahead.
I am going to say Brobnar. I'm going to play Pile of Skulls. I'm going to play Troll. War Drummer will fight the Snorret. And then Bumpsy, I'll capture onto the Troll. And then Bumpsy reaps, I guess. And it is your turn. I will draw 2.
Played Untamed. I'm gonna reclaim by nature the Pile of Skulls.
Yikes.
Play Fandangle and a Mercy.
I don't think this deck can win without Pile of Skulls.
Maybe not.
This is like the Bizarro game with Venus, where it has neither the DAV. These are the games where like Venus just looks not very impressive.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna booby trap Fandangle. I am going to discard the speed sigil, discard bait and switch. Silvertooth is gonna reap to threaten. And it is your turn. I check with 6 and I will draw.
Alright, I will say Logos. Play Damobot, and it's going to shoot itself. Play an Autocoder and shoot the Damobot. I will play Lithologica shoot the Damo bot. Steal 1. And then use the Logica.
Was that 1 or 2 markets?
That is 2. Dynamo. I will use the Odd Clawed to steal 1. I will play a no Dynamo. I will play a Dynamo bot. I think it's worth exalting here. Yo. Reap. McTwist. Hey, with the Prime. Thank you, McTwist.
That's a new name. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. And I'm done. I'll say go. I'll have to say Siggy check with 5.
Yes, the police. It is your constitutional right not to have to declare a check here.
It is.
I don't have.
Ooh.
And Justin's. It's very scary. Don't let me know.
I don't know if that actually goes through in the mic.
I don't know if you can hear me.
You have to fake whisper louder.
I have to like do the SOS blinking though.
Did you get that?
Yeah. Yikes. I'm gonna say Logos. Well, lab work. Archive.
So now I'm worried about like the MCA stuff. Like if we use the Pirates of the Caribbean thing, or if we use Little
That
Mermaid,
is fair. It is.
It's
If
fair
it's a
use.
sample, that is fair use.
right?
That
It's
is
gotta be
fair use.
It's gotta be.
All right. I'm gonna fogify so you cannot fight. I am. Yeah, I'll play this Dr. Escateria. Yeah, I'm playing it. I'm not happy about it, but I'm playing it. And it is your turn. I will draw 4. I will say check with 6.
Technically, we're infringing on the mouse a little bit with the X-Men theme song, right? Alright, so I'll start my turn. Discard this standardized testing to gain 1, and then forge.
Yeah. Under 3 notes.
I will play Dis. Play Techno Fiend.
It doesn't need to be. Yeah, that's the thing is, you can't get DMCA'd for somebody else's version of a song, right? It is the version recorded for the
I'll reap with
the one that the company has rights to.
I'll reap with Histricog. I will
parody law. I think if it's the original track and Justin and I are screaming "Under the Sea" over the original instrumental, then I think that would count. So, what, that gets censored? Art Boy's finding all these things.
hilarious.
We'll allow it.
Yep. I will use Essence Scale to destroy Histricog to ready and reap with Techno Fiend. I will discard Keyforge, which will archive a card and draw a card.
Uh-oh. Player Hert's trying to
Oh,
get
you can't say that.
Can't say that. We do not allow
You definitely
that
can't
here.
say that.
We do not allow that here.
Definitely can't say that. Okay, and then I will play Ritual of Tognath.
Only has an insult. Oh my god.
No, you can't say it ever. We have no S words in chat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill my Techno Fiend to deal 1, and I'll kill the Histricog. I will use Essence Scale, sacrifice Kyo to steal 1 with Odd Clawed. And
I had a chance to kill this goddamn monkey earlier, and I didn't take it, and I should have.
all right,
My
your
turn.
turn. Yep.
I am gonna say Brobnar. I'm gonna Lomir. I'm gonna play Screech Bomb. I'm gonna play Mighty Javelin. I am. I am going to have Bumpsy Reap, and Troll is gonna tear Oddclad limb from limb.
He didn't deserve this.
Ban on Nathan.
I can't ban Nathan, unfortunately. Which can definitely ban me, Nathan, and me simultaneously.
For swearing? This entire platform was built on swearing.
That's true.
Despite what they will tell you, this platform was built on swearing.
I definitely forgot to archive when I discarded for newbie last time. Start of the turn, I will discard this Munchling and gain 1.
Yeah.
Archive. And Forge.
Yeah. Drag me out of the room.
Will. I'll say.
I don't think Craigasm. I don't think Craigasm is the most popular emote anymore. Yeah, we'll let it through.
I'll say Logos. No, I don't.
I think by far the most popular emote these days is Keck W. I think Keck W is an order of magnitude more popular than the next closest one. And we don't have an enable on this channel though. It's too popular for us to. We're hipsters around these parts.
I guess I'll say Untamed. I'll play Noya. I will False Blessing.
Well,
I only have 1. I will play.
Anyone in chat watching the game at this point? I'm kind of watching.
I'm gonna fight the troll.
Yeah.
With Mercy. Already the Yunoya. I will fight the Bumpsy. So I didn't
even get marked of this game.
Yeah. I will play Lost in the Woods. I'll get these 2 and I'll get Silvertooth and Escatera. I will play Troop Call and do a damage to Flame Fist.
He's played Venus Ignachop a lot more than I have.
I will discard Niffleape. And I am done.
Also, I'm on record saying Justin is a lot better at drawing Time Traveler than I am. Regital is a Time Traveler deck. You may notice that I have drawn neither Time Traveler nor Help from Future Self. Alright, I forge?
Yep.
Alright. I've got them right where I want them. I am going to say Logos. And I'm going to Effervescent.
That is fair.
I am going to play Doc Bookton.
I am approving more Smirkins, yeah.
And Fogify. And I am going to Phase Shift. What did I put down over here? Oh, that's fine. And I am going to Phase Shift. Routine job to steal 2. And then I'm a Screech Bomb you in case you draw the other thing. I've got a chain from the Effervescent. I will draw 4.
Start of the turn, I'll I'll discard this Munchling.
Flip the key. Oh, yeah.
So gain one. I have one. I will say this. Play a Techno Fiend. I'll mark of this Doc Bookton. I will use Essence Scale to kill Novu. To reap with Dinobot. Discard a card. Have a card, draw a card. I will Ritual of Tognath. And steal one. Kill these. And okay.
Bang. Reap. Yeah. I feel like every creature in that deck outclasses every creature in this deck.
It's absurd because those are all like play effect guys, Coda creatures, and this is like all the best mutants from these three houses.
What an absolute blowout. Wasted on my own Batard from the previous 3 games.
Yeah, sorry, Regital.
Not looking good.
Let's see if I can draw Time Traveler and play it like 5 times.
You only played 1 mark of this.
Yeah. And it barely mattered. I don't know that.
Yeah, it didn't even need the Dark Amber Vault.
Yeah.
Just couldn't keep up. I mean, you went through the whole deck. And I didn't even come close, right? I think there's a there's like a way for Regital to draw a bunch of cards in the game, but I did not clearly get that. The pile of skulls was gone.
Did you get a chance to play the Dark Amber Vault?
I blew up and stole 8 amber in a turn and lost
the next turn.
Lost the following turn. 2/8 amber.
Peepo Shake?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for those. For the giant robot and his meddling monkeys.
We sing Under the Sea ourselves. And then use that. You get pretty tired of that after the first week.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
And plus, I think Justin and I get canceled if I sing it exactly like Sebastian. If I adopt a fake Caribbean accent, cancel. That's cultural appropriation.
Pretty sure it's like mimicking.
I'm pretty sure it's unacceptable.
I don't know.
I don't. I mean, we can't do the aristocrats, the Aristocats. We can't do the Siamese song. That's definitely racist.
That's
right?
definitely racist. Yeah.
For sure.
Octopus's Garden? Yeah, Beatles songs definitely get us turned off forever.
Yeah, you'll have to catch us streaming on Apple TV at that point.
I'm gonna stream my X videos. Alright.
Siamese song was leading the chat. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
10.
6.
Okay, Regital.
Well, this looks like easy. Yeah, that's fine. It would have been the time for. It's a shame that wasn't a. We need the Disney songs or the Disney movies that have been banned, or the Disney movies that they have censored themselves at this point. The B movie from YouTube. The B movie, except every time somebody says B, they play the B movie.
The B movie's racist? I've never seen the B movie, but I believe it. I know that during Pornhub's purge this week, Star Wars prequels got removed from it. It's pretty funny to me.
I wonder if they purged. Was it the World Cup game, the finals where Germany beat somebody? Was it Brazil 8-0 or something like that? Like that was on there for a long time.
What movie were you talking about?
7-1 semifinal. 8-1 Germany, Brazil. Okay, yeah.
I'm first.
Yes.
Play Bat Drone.
There's the dude, his name is like Ryan Creamer or whatever. He does completely wholesome videos. He has like 100,000 subs on it, or like followers on Pornhub, and it's like he gets into situations which would be pornographic, but they're not. So, it's funny stuff. All right, I'm going to say logos. I'm gonna standardize testing that away. I am gonna play Nobu Dynamo and Kyo, and it's your turn to draw. Deal with Nobu
Dynamo ever.
Yeah, you tell me.
All right, I'll say logos. I'll play Time Traveler. Draw 2. Play Fogify. Discard Effervescent, which feels like a mistake, but your turn.
All right, start of the turn. I am going to discard Effervescent to the Nobu Dynamo. Yeah, Time Traveler. Believe it or not, the deck has them.
Yeah.
I am going to DAV and do a damage to the Time Traveler. And then I'm just going to reap twice. And I'll draw to you.
I'll say Brobnar. Play Bumpsy. Play Wardrummer. Play Bumpsy. Play Lumir. Discard Warsong. Your turn.
Alright, start of the turn. I'm going to discard Lethal Logica to the Nobu Dynamo. I am going to play Essence Scale. I'll pick off the Time Traveler. I am going to play Techno Fiend and draw. I'm going to play Hystricog and draw. I'm going to play Essence Scale. I'm going to play Snorret and draw. I am going to Ritual of Tognath.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to kill the Techno Fiend. I'll kill the Hystricog. I'll steal 1. And then Snorret will capture 1. Turn. And it is your turn. I will draw 4.
Yeah, I discard EP. Yep. I'll say Brobnar. I'll fight the Nobu Dynamo. Play a troll. I'll anger to fight the Nobu Dynamo. Trade 3 cards for it. Yeah, I know. I'll fight Kyo and I'll reap with Bumpsy.
My turn?
Yep.
I will forge. I am going to say Untamed. I'm going to play Eunoia. I'll play Mercy. I'll play Keyfrog. I will Reclaimed by Nature this Essence Scale. Do a damage to... Oh, I can actually do a damage to the Keyfrog. Yeah. Then I can Troop Call. Kill off the Keyfrog. Forge. Just like that. Okay. And your turn.
Sometimes Phoenix Signature Shop just hits all its stuff.
Snorret will capture.
Sometimes it doesn't really matter. Okay. I will say Shadows. I will booby trap the Inoya.
Okay.
I will play Speed Sigil. Let's go. Might as well end this a little bit faster. I'll play Umbra, fight Inoya, steal one, and I'll play Dodger.
Wait, that was okay. That was reclaimed, not False Blessing.
Is it turn 4? Something like that, yeah. Venus is our highest SAS deck, yes, in the entire collection. By like 5 or something. It doesn't win all the time. Don't let that make you think it's the most busted deck ever, but it does some busted stuff.
Yeah. I think you take turns with Venus, and you're like,
yeah,
what did I do? You wake up and you're like, what have I done? All right, I'll play Essence Scale.
It's got a lot of non-linear plays too, which is why it's really fun.
I'll play Obsidian Forge, and then I'll Mark of Dis Bumpsy. And then Snorret just jettisons this Amber, I think. And it's your turn. Snorret will capture another one. And I will draw 3.
Alright, I'll say Brobnar. I will fight Snorret with Bumpsy. I will play Screech Bomb, play Mighty Javelin. I'll punch the Mercy. And I'll Reap with Lemur. Your turn.
Yeah, worst case, you take the turn. So I will say Logos. This is actually tough because I got a pile of mutants in the hand. I'll play Auto Encoder. We'll do a damage. How many damage icons are in Logos?
It's like 5. It's a lot.
Okay. Do the damage to Umbra then.
There's one on Mythologica. One on a Demobot. One on those.
Yeah. Okay, so alright. I got 3 draw. So now the question is, I've got Munchling, Dinobot, and Odd Clawed in my hand. Which one do I want to come into play for Speed Sigil? I think Munchling. I can fight any of them. I'll draw. I'll play Odd Clawed and draw. I will play Dinobot. Can I draw before I choose the play? Okay, so I will draw. I will choose to use the play and do 3 damage to Dodger. I'll Diametric Charge right there. They're all nice and lined up for me. And then I'll Reap with Munchling. Not quite getting to check there. I'll say it is your turn and draw 2.
Alright, I'll say Logos. I will Fogify. Forge.
Yeah.
So Fogify.
That was satisfying the draw. I had 2 mutants in my hand the previous turn.
I'll play Bookton. I'll play Escatera. Gain 2. I will use Screech Bomb. I will Reap with Escatera. Draw.
Oh, Bookton.
With Bookton. Draw. I will remote access a Essence Scale. That does not kill it, but exhausts it. So I'll kill Escatera to ready and Reap. Bookton. Draw. That's it.
You gotta count cards here.
Yeah, player count the number of amber you have and the number of creatures, and if you get to 12, you win, or you forge a key. Essence scale also makes it a little sneakier too.
Especially with the stealing, right?
Yeah.
But
especially with destroyed stealing effects.
Yeah.
That's big.
Five, 6. Okay, so there's another Mark of Dis somewhere in the deck. And then unknown potential logos card. And Vault's Blessing is somewhere in here. Okay, so I think I get some shots at it. So I'll say Untamed. I don't think there's any reason for me to slow down here. I'll play Cephalist, which is actually good here because of the potential to keep you from stealing. So I'll draw.
That's ready.
Oh yeah. Play Fandangle. I'm gonna Wild Bounty. Vault's Blessing. So I get one and then get another one for the Wild Bounty. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mutants.
Rule 5. Regital, I don't think I had any chance this matchup, it feels like.
I'm gonna discard the Savage Clash. 5. And then Cephalist is gonna Reap. And I am gonna Lost in the Woods. I'll get these 2 dorks. I'll end up drawing them. So yeah, say check with 12.
Guess what? TMTP Urchin doesn't kill. Cephalist.
Yeah.
6 power.
You know, I mean, that deck doesn't even have TMTP, right?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I can kill the Cephalist with a Booby Trap and a Poison Wave.
And yeah, my Javelin left over too.
And I have my Javelin. But that can't hit it. Oh wait, no, I was thinking that was flying creature.
No, I can hit.
Either way. But I can only steal one with the so, yep.
Bang.
Yep. Oh boy.
Venus.
Yep. Goodbye, Regital.
Yeah,
it was fun while it lasted.
Regital is like Christensen, I feel. It's like a deck that's like scary on paper, and occasionally it looks like it's doing unfair things, and then it goes up against like an actually Titan, and the deck just falls on its face. There's got to be a word for decks that feel unfair versus like the vast majority of decks, and then just cannot do anything versus like super powerful decks.
Yeah, they're like the gatekeeper decks, I guess. Yeah. Venus versus Zelda is that top 8 match. So that's pretty
I think Zelda's got some of the tools.
Taxing is big.
The taxing is huge.
It can like if Venus wants to burst high, it's fine, right? If you make them pay 10.
Yeah.
So it should be interesting.
Taxing is something.
We are 1 stream away from top 8.
Oh, so after tomorrow, starting Wednesday then.
Yeah.
Starting Wednesday, top 8. We got Mr. Jackfeet and East Shelley for tomorrow.
It's Mass-Mutation versus AOA. And then Innkeeper versus Helm.
Ah.
Because that's Coda versus...
Wizard Random. Thank you for those 100 bits.
Thank you. Yeah.
Coda versus
Mass-Mutation and Mass-Mutation versus AOA. So
all right.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
I feel like Innkeeper is gonna get crapped on by Helm.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, Innkeeper fights for the board.
It does. I don't know. Does it have Coward's End?
It's got Glorious Few.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's super good. There's 2 of those in there.
There's 2 of those in there.
That might be pretty good.
So Glorious Few makes like completely alters the course of the game. Right?
Yeah.
And It does have Coward's End and Loot the Bodies, right?
Oh.
So I think we're going to find ourselves in a situation where you've got a deck that just wants to take over the board and then has to start making tough decisions about when it's squatting on the table.
Yeah, that should be an interesting matchup then.
Yeah.
I was wrong. And then Isheli likes to kill creatures, and Mr. Jackfeet likes its creatures to die.
Yeah. So could be bad.
Yeah.
Could be a bad matchup.
We'll see, though. We don't know how to predict matchups. We've shown that many times in the past.
We demonstrated that multiple times.
Either way, I think it'll be a fun stream.
So, yeah.
The top 8 matchups we have so far are Confage versus Deadclaw.
I got bad news for Deadclaw. I would be surprised because Deadclaw, like Confage, is like the type of deck that Deadclaw feels like it should just auto lose to. But did Deadclaw beat Magnolia?
I think it did. We can look it up though.
We need to look it up.
I don't know that Magnolia got off. Because obviously, if Magnolia gets its combo off, then it wins.
You have to go to the second
page. But it might... Deadclaw might have artifact control. For the very first tournament. Alright, Deadclaw
lost to Barkus Rex.
It did beat Magnolia.
Yeah. So Deadclaw beat Magnolia.
It was we were only playing one game at that point.
Yes.
It was not a best 2 out of 3.
So, Deadclaw, I think, beat Software and Vector Parmesan to get out of the bracket.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. How do I get back?
I don't know. You tell me.
Challenge is not the best. Oh, yeah, and then we have Light Tasker versus the Scum that refuses imps.
I think most people would pick a Light Tasker for that matchup, and I am not going to buck the trend there.
Yeah, I don't know. The Confage versus Light Tasker matchup, I do not know what happens.
Honestly, we gotta play.
I honestly don't know what happens.
We gotta play. It may not even happen, but at this point, I think that both of those decks are favored to make it to that matchup. And that's a top 4, and that's a banger.
That is a huge game.
That is
if that happens.
I think so many. I think so many brackets probably hinge on that game.
Yeah.
Right?
So we have Monday stream for our last bracket in round 3.
Yeah.
Top 8 starts on Wednesday.
So so both Confage and Light Tasker. Double Vault Tour winter night. Double Vault Tour winter night.
Yeah. But double 8 power decks. Yeah. And then what did I say? That's Wednesday?
Yeah, that would be Wednesday. That would be Sunday.
Sunday is the other half of the top 8.
Mm-hmm.
And then Monday is the top 4.
Mm.
And then we have a lone grand championship.
So we could do the sealed tournament seeding for that day.
Okay.
So Justin and I talked about it before the stream. We want to open the decks. We could even do houses, right? That people could gamble on the houses in the bracket because we could get the names. We could have the information about the houses in a sealed tournament. I think that adds an extra level, right? Because if you sit down across from your opponent in a vault tour, you get to see their houses before you start playing the game, and so you get to make some logical decisions. Right?
Okay.
Right.
So we could open the sealed decks.
So what we were talking about is opening the sealed decks, but not looking at the deck lists, just looking at the houses. Okay. So yeah, looking at the names, that way you know the name of the deck. People love betting on names of decks in these parts, and we encourage that behavior. And so you'll have an additional set of information about the set and the house combination to go with it. Now, it's not a guaranteed.
You would know the color, yeah.
Yeah, and you'll know the color too, right? So, for those of you who believe in the grayscale,
and we won't scan the decks in yet, so they can't be looked up.
Yes, yeah, they will not be scanned in. We're just gonna
open it and look at the name, type the name in the bracket,
type
the houses, and then we can open up for predictions.
Right.
We'll
do that on stream after the tournament, or we could do it before the finals game.
Now let's do it after the finals.
After the finals game, we'll do it after the finals game.
Yeah, because it'll probably take a while to get through that.
Yeah,
and it'll be like a computer stream. You know, we'll be hanging out and doing that.
Right. I'll
be typing a lot, so it'll be a post tournament hangout
where we do that stuff on stream. We wanted to open this stuff ahead of time, but I think if we do it on stream, not that I don't think anybody thinks that we would cheat for this setup, but however, we can basically do it on stream. That way, everybody has access to it at the same time.
Yeah.
So I think that is a pretty fair way to handle it. So there you go.
So that tournament would take another.
We'll open the decks the nights we go to play them. We'll open the decks and play them at that time. We'll first look at them when we're jumping into the game while we're sleeving the decks up.
So that deck will take another, or that tournament will take another.
It's 32.
It'll be 31.
Right, so the 31.
Matches.
So 16
streams,
which
is a month.
Okay,
or
it's not
a
quite
little more than a month.
Yeah.
How many decks for the sealed? 32.
32 decks.
8 from each set.
Mm-hmm.
8 from each set. So that'll take us into February a little bit. Because we'll start this.
Oh yeah.
At the beginning of January.
It'll be okay.
Because that's when the grand finals was on Wednesday, right?
We may depending on when Dark Tidings comes out, we have heard nothing. Previews have not started. FFG does not seem to be in their office.
You'll know what they're doing.
Yeah, we have some rulings that were sent in an email. We have rulings that were from a less reputable source than Deep Throat, and we have
it was a reputable source,
and we have what's it called? A Facebook post from somebody who claims to work for FFG.
Yeah.
Okay.
We will.
We for all we know, Facebook is disseminating more false info. So
we will seed the bracket for cross house play the entire first round. So we'll figure out how to lay it out. We'll just do like open. We'll figure out how to stagger it. We can pre like allocate the house or the decks to try to get as much different cross set play before we start opening, right? And then we'll open them together.
Yeah. We'll keep the boxes sealed, and we'll basically. Well, I would love to.
There's a pattern to it, right? Where you could do like
it's 30. There's 4.
Yeah,
there's 32.
You do like Coda AOA, Mass Mutation, Worlds Collide, and then you do like
Coda Worlds Collide,
AOA, Mass Mutation, and then you do Coda, Mass Mutation, Worlds Collide, AOA.
Yes.
And then you repeat, right?
Yes, I think that works.
So we could do that down the line.
And
we can stack all those up like
you can have them on like opposite sides of the bracket and move.
Yeah.
Right.
So we will
like the 4.
It'll be completely cross set sealed the entire first round. That meant it won't necessarily work out like that into the second round, but that should make things pretty interesting, I think. So yeah, the second one might break it up based on how the things play out in the first round.
Yeah.
So we hope that we'll get Dark Tidings news in January.
Yeah, like a release date.
A release date would be cool.
Because we are quickly approaching stall content territory.
This is basically stall content, but it's stall content that gives us an excuse to open decks.
I am fiending to open some decks.
Yeah, I am too.
Right? Like twice a year was not enough for me, but I got like my fill at Vault Tours and stuff like that. Right. I could open some new stuff. But we haven't opened new decks since July.
No. Also, the prizes for this tournament
and
the previous tournament.
I'm going to ship all those out at the same time. COVID is worse now than it was when I was scared of going to the post office back in May. So I have not traveled to the post office since then. But we'll get everybody's stuff out at the same time.
Yep.
And I could probably also, I mean, it's Christmas season. I don't want to mail stuff out. You don't want to mail stuff out in the days before Christmas.
No, it'll be at the beginning of January.
The post office is an actual nightmare this time of year.
And the prizes for the sealed tournament will be like decks from the boxes that we are opening. I only bought 8 Coda decks total, but I did buy boxes of the other 3 sets.
Opening all those decks.
So we'll have 4 extra decks from each AOA, Worlds Collide, and Mass Mutation. Which, let's be honest, those are way more fun to open decks for than Coda. Which is why I didn't buy a Coda box.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited just to open stuff. Okay. So that's the plan.
I'm trying to think of like what I would open in Coda and be super excited about.
There's nothing. I can't think of anything. It'd be like some busted.
It'd have to be like a 5 of deck.
Yeah.
Of some kind.
I don't know.
Right.
And it would be good, right? Like, but it's
a 5 control
deck.
the weak deck or whatever, right?
Right.
And it, like, yeah, I don't know. Something like that. I'd open. I would like burn it probably because I hate that effect, but yeah, I don't know. Logo Zoomies Infinite.
You're like less likely to get Logo Zoomies Infinite than you would when you open a Worlds Collide deck. Though,
I think
right?
so.
So
you could get like
yeah, Retroguntus deck would be something to look forward to or to try to open. Double Speed Sigil, but Starlines exists. But basically every set, Worlds Collide and Masturbation exists, right?
Yeah.
You just cannot play Speed Sigil, as we saw in that matchup. I played it just for one turn of gain and did not work out.
That was always the problem with Regital, I think.
Yeah.
Thinking back on those games. All right, anyway.
That's the plan. That's what we're doing. Come back tomorrow for some awesome matchups.
Yeah. And then
really every matchup night for the rest of this tournament is going to be a banger.
Yeah. The belt
is the final championship. The final reward.
There's only
for the winner.
12 decks that can win it at this time.
Yeah. Getting whittled down quick.
So,
everyone, have a great night.
Yeah.
Have a good Monday morning. And we'll see you tomorrow night.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.